Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack for Minecraft 1.12.2, and me and my lovely avatar Zombie Steve are back with more fun and action, or massive rambling and wandering around building things, whichever comes first. So one of the first things I did, well, last episode we got our Mekanism machine started up and we got some industrial craft going. Um, so I wanted to make some osmium and I couldn't find it and that pissed me off. So I had intentionally, when I set up my storage drawers, just sort of let my Global Traveler pickaxe box just sort of populate them just so I'd get a feel for what kinds of things would show up there in what kinds of volumes. And I really needed to do some sorting. So one thing I did was I overcommitted on compacting drawers. So I took out these 7 empty compacting drawers up here and filled them in with normal drawers. I moved some stuff around. I changed these 4x to a couple of 2x. This one if I sneak and with an empty hand do that, I put a couple of storage upgrades into here for my stone and stone bricks. So we can see now that the stack limit is 512 stacks, of which we currently have 70 stacks of stone. And I did the same because I know I'm going to end up with a lot of it. I haven't upgraded this one, so the stack limit's still 32. But I went ahead and changed it to a 2-banger so we'd make more room for marble and for skystone. And when I need to, when I start if I do any more mining of skystone, then I'll end up probably putting some expanders in that. I also, you can see from the little keyhole symbol here that I've locked some of the ones that I sort of like what's in them. Here I've got like snowballs, snow, ice, and packed ice, so that makes sense to lock that up and just keep that way. I've arranged my ores in semi-alphabetical order by type of ores, so I got my basic ores up here: aluminum, copper, gold, iron, etc. through uranium. I used flint as a spacer. Then this one has the 4 nuclear craft ores in them: boron, magnesium, lithium, thorium. And then I get over into the sort of stones and gems and those ores up here. So things are a lot more organized. By putting these 4,500 stone into one drawer, I had stone in I think 6 drawers, so that was clogging up a lot of space. So now I have tons of open space in my drawers again, and my box and my hopper are empty. So that's all a bit more organized now, and hopefully I should be able to find stuff better. While I was organizing some drawers, I got some crushing of dust going. So now I have some osmium ore dust, or some pulverized osmium. So I'm filling out my dust drawer here a bit. I'm getting that organized. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make some osmium and then infuse some osmium with various stuff, make some things with our new Mekanism, some crafting components with our new Mekanism tools, machines, and then we're going to push on through some of the stuff we want to do. So I will decide what we're going to build next, and I will be right back after this jump cut. So one of the first things that I want to make is we're now getting to a stage where we've got power, and we've got the tools necessary to make something to transfer that power to things like a laser gun or armor or a scanner or other tools, maybe a robot, whatever that does. So I want to make a Chargepad. The thing that's been holding us back is this enriched alloy for Mekanism. But last episode we made a machine that will make that, the Metallurgic Infuser. And this enriched alloy is used in a lot of places for a lot of things. So we're going to go ahead and make just a ton of it. So iron ingots and compressed redstone. Do I have that on me? I do. So we're going to go over here to the Metallurgic Infuser, and I think I'm going to make at least 32 of it. We'll see how that looks. So when I put that in there, each of this requires 10 units of of redstone to be infused into it. I forget how much each one of these is. It is 80. So we're going to need, like what, maybe 4 of those? So we do have 4 speed and 4 energy in here. So it's cooking along at a reasonable rate. Again, I want to sort of keep an eye, since I'm not really familiar with my power thing here. Now we have the opportunity to actually run the crusher. Yeah, let's see if let's start running multiple machines and see what that does to stuff. Let's grab some more iron. So now I'm running both the crusher, accelerated with 4 speed upgrades, and this accelerated with 4 speed upgrades. And my capacitor is still staying tanked up. So yeah, I'm really happy with this setup we've got up here with the immersive engineering thermoelectric generators surrounded by packed ice and blocks of uranium. Seems to be kicking ass and taking names for us. And we're making a goodly amount of these enriched alloys, which is cool because we will use them up. And I forget what it is. I think, let's see, 1 redstone makes 1 of the compressed redstones. And the compressed redstones was worth like, what, 8 of the redstones. So this enrichment chamber really amplifies your redstones. So I definitely recommend, if we look at the recipes, yeah. If we look at the recipes here, anytime you need to make something, fuel for something, take a look at this bad boy, because the enrichment chamber does give you some really nice acceleration or some multiplication of some of its components. And then those refined components do last much longer in the Metallurgic Infuser. Enriched alloy. So we've made some enriched alloy, and we now have another loot chest we can pick up. So let's grab our book. Mekanism, enriched alloy, claim. Rocket assembling machine. Well, that sounds good. It's a legendary drop, so heck yeah, it'll probably be useful for something. Rockets are a bit off in the future. Let's see, we got advanced rocketry is gated. Yeah, that's beyond thermal expansion, which is beyond RF tools, which is beyond industrial foregoing. So we got a ways to go before we're launching rockets into space. But hey, any legendary drop I'm sure will come in useful later. So now we've got our enriched alloy, and we can make our Chargepad and then figure out how we're going to power that bad boy. So we need the energy tablet, which we can now make. And we can, I need a couple steel ingots. And some stone plates. And we have a charge pad. Now I gotta figure out where to put this. Not sure where the power goes into this one. It's sort of a weird thing. I think it might need power coming in the back. Maybe we'll set it over here. Yeah, I think it needs power. Power has to come in through the back. what I'll probably end up doing is putting down some sort of cell somewhere, an energy cell or some other capacitor or storage device, and throw that on there. But for right now, since I mostly just want to see if it's going to work for us, I'll go ahead and see if I can slap a connector and a wire to the back of it for now. It's an inelegant solution, but yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to work. Let's try it though. What the hell? Yeah, it's not going to fly. Let's see. Let's go grab that. And we'll try one more time to see if we can shove the connector in the back. Maybe I just misclicked. Nope, it's not going to fly. So I think we're going to have to butt this up against something. So for right now, what I can do is I can wire power across the room to this and then move this down. Again, I think just to make sure our charge pad is working, because I want to verify that I've got something to do here. We can put our plutonium-238 power supply here. Hey, and we're charging. We don't have anything to charge on us yet, but I do have a scanner upstairs, which will help us find super veins and other things. And I do have, I may have some armor drops that we can use for that. And now that I can charge armor drops, I am going to want to maybe do some more monster farming to look for nanosuit armor and RF or flux infused armor. So that's beautiful. And also, we are well on our way towards making, through Mekanism, some glowstone, refined glowstone, which means I could make a glowstone laser, which I really want to do, because I tried that the last game, in the sort of pre-game that I played with this mod pack for a bit before I decided to do a series on it, and I loved that glowstone laser gun. Basically, the glowstone laser medium, it adds Illuminati, which basically doesn't have a huge range, maybe several blocks, but it outlines things even through walls. So like if there was a creeper behind this wall, I'm close enough, I would see an outline, a white outline of a creeper here, and the laser gun actually shoots through walls. So that was sort of good fun. A little overpowered and a little crazy, but hey, with this kind of mod pack, overpowered is par for the course. Alright, so we have made our charge pad. That's huge. I could start looking to assemble a laser gun and some armor that needs charges and some other tools like our scanner. We'll get all that charged up. And what else do we want to make today? I think we just sort of want to push on through Mekanism. I don't think we need another crusher quite yet. We could try and make some of the solar generation. What's really important to me right now? I think what's really important to me is probably getting to this stuff, the Osglow glass and the Osmium Compressor and that kind of junk. So we want to move on through this compressed diamond, pulverized, yada yada, etc. So I'm going to take a look at that stuff, and I will come right back when I have some of this figured out. We're going to push on through more Mekanism. One of the things I saw is that compressed carbon, you can use this to essentially, through a couple of steps, turn iron into steel. And I noticed that we can make the compressed carbon out of charcoal. So before, in immersive engineering, I don't think you can use charcoal for any kind of steel production. You have to use actual coal. And charcoal's a lot easier to get your hands on tons of it. So I'm glad for that. So I'm going to go ahead and make a huge stack of this compressed carbon. I'm going to pull some out right now and hopefully get, there it is. Claim our next loot box. See what else fun we can get. That's not a loot box. Another epic. We got an applied energistic singularity. I don't know what that is, but it's epic, and I think I like it. I'm gonna throw that spare box. I got my packing tape and keys and spare storage drawers right there. Throw that in there. So that is good. Let's take a look at that, see what that is. Infinity booster card for AE2 wireless terminals. I like that. I think we're a long way off from using it, but I like it. So I'm sure that will come in handy eventually. 500 episodes from now. So yeah, that's cooking along. That's good. What's the next one we want to do? Another thing that I'm really wanting all of this Mekanism apparatus for is Pulverized Obsidian. We have reached a point where we can start making reinforcement, I believe it's called. These for our tools to make them unbreakable. So what was holding us back was, I believe, dense obsidian plates, which required the compressor and even crystallized obsidian. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, compressor of pulverized obsidian. There's a few different ways of making that, but we didn't have any of them. We now have a compressor, so we can now, what's our best way of making that? Enrichment chamber. So an enrichment chamber will turn an obsidian into 4 pulverized, which is going to be probably a better yield than any of the crushers or pulverizers. Well, the pulverizer does a good job of it, but we don't have one of those quite yet. What other machines do we have? The macerator will also do it. So that's good because we can do some parallel processing here. So we're going to grab some obsidian and maybe throw that in our macerator. Probably don't need an entire stack's worth. That should be plenty for now. Although, as I say that, we want to make, we're going to need about 5 recipes of this, which means we're going to need about 10 dense obsidian plates, which means we're going to need about 10 of the obsidian plates, which means we're going to need about 10 of that. So, okay, yeah, that should be plenty. So while we're working on that, let's see what else we're going to need. We got that done. Compressed diamond. This is another one where if you're infusing stuff with diamond, instead of using 1 diamond for 10 units, we're going to convert it to this, which gives you 80 units. So it's like having 8 diamonds from 1 for the Mekanism system. And we're going to end up making quite a bit of those as well. So let's go ahead and pull. We've got plenty of diamonds, so yeah, let's call it 16. That should last us plenty of time. Get those enriching. Ooh, all this mechanical sound, the sound of industry going on. We're actually starting to look a bit technological down here. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. That's probably plenty. I'm going to stop that right there for now. And we've got pulverized obsidian. And another loot chest. Another ender chest. So we've gotten a legendary, an epic, and a rare, so we're getting some good stuff there. I looked at ender chests. I'm not 100% sure. I'm convinced that I care that much right at the moment. I have so much carrying capacity that anything that I really want on me, I throw in a backpack. I think ender chests were probably the bomb back in the days when they came out, but I'm not necessarily sure they are so much now. But we'll take a look at it and see what kind of stuff we can do. We now have our compressed diamond. And another loot chest. It's a loot chest heavy day today for this episode. Poutine. Didn't really need that, but now I'm hungry again. Thanks, Pam. So next we want to we want to compress some obsidian and also refine some obsidian. Looks like we need to refine some first. So here we're actually infusing obsidian dust with diamond. Alrighty then. So let's see, that will give us 80, I believe. And each one takes 10. So we'll need one more of those. So this refined obsidian dust, I think that's what we can throw in the smeltery to make refined obsidian ingots, or to alloy with refined glowstone and osmium to make osglow glass. So I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some more osglow glass. I want to add brown magic to my slime obsidian hammer. So osglow glass gives you not only the global traveler, which means you can send whatever is broken with the hammer to a inventory slot, but also brown magic, which allows you to pick a spot and allows you to teleport to that spot with that tool. Alrighty, so that's done. What did we get? Our inventory is filling up fast. An Eye of Ender. Not too bad. We could use 4 more of those. And what do we need next? Now we can do compressed obsidian. And that's the refined stuff. Enrichment chamber? No, that's not right, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is grab a chest and make a little point of use area here. So the fuel that I'm going to be using in... Hey, I have room. Oh, I don't have room. I will put a different type of chest there that doesn't need an open space above it. I should have some... I guess my immersive ones are upstairs, but I'll throw a different type of chest there. What I want to do is put all these compressed fuels here that feed pretty much exclusively into this Metallurgic Infuser. I want to just put those all right there so that I can feed them in. Not going to automate it quite yet, but for right now, I will will just move some of this stuff to my backpack and sort it out later. Alright, so we have got compressed obsidian now. Lovely, very nice. He's good. An observer. I have no idea what that is. But we've got it. Yay, we've got 8 of them. It is used in building a mob detector for industrial foregoing. And a few other interesting things here. A structure builder. An auto crafter. I don't even know what that is, but it looks like it'll be good for something. So we'll hold on to those. What is next? Now we can make the Osmium Compressor. It's going to require some of that enriched alloy, which we made extra of. Steel casing, which I think we have extra of. Buckets, which I have extra of because I like buckets. Now instead of doing the industrial craft advanced circuits with like lots of wires and fiddling around and etc., now we can go for the advanced control circuits, which we want to make basic control circuits first, which is with osmium, basically infusing osmium with redstone. So do I have my osmium on me? No, but I do have osmium now. So we'll grab some osmium. And we're going to need a bunch of these too, so I think we're going to go ahead and make a fairly good amount of these. These basic control circuits are used in a ton of other things, and they're one of the cross-linking components between mods, the interconnective mods. So we'll go ahead and just make, we'll go ahead and let it run. While that's running, we'll look at what else we need to make. So the Osmium Compressor, that's going to hook us up with, let's see what that's going to do for us. I forget exactly. So that's going to allow us to change osmium into refined obsidian ingots and glowstone into glowstone ingots. And then those can go into the smeltery. If we hit U for those can go into the smeltery for things like molten refined obsidian, which is used for making Osglow glass. So molten osmium, molten refined obsidian, and molten refined glowstone. So we will be able to make our own Osglow glass, which I am going to do. I'm going to make a few of those, a few ingots of those at least. So that'll take us through these 4. Quantum Entanglo Porter. Not sure what that is. The digital miner. That sounds good. But we were going to get these 4 going, and then I'm going to update my hammer with Osglow glass bits, and then I'm going to probably next episode work on a laser gun now that we can charge it. And my machine stopped. So now we got those, and let's get back to making this bad boy. So for those, we just craft them, and we got all the stuff now, I think. So osmium. Compressor. We need to make a couple of those. Redstone, redstone. So Rick's going to need 2 of those. And then I need to get some buckets out of my backpack, because I've been accumulating them, so I now have more than enough. And there we go. And we should have 3 new loot chests to open. Need to make some room in my inventory so I don't throw the loot chest across the room when I try to claim it, because I've done that before. Alrighty, so we got the Osmium Compressor, and we made a basic control circuit, and we made an advanced control circuit. Reinforcement alloy. We might have some of those upstairs. Maybe if I go upstairs and look through my bag. Oh no, we got some of the atomic ones as a reward. So once we make these bad boys, we should get another couple things out. And that's easy enough to do, so I will get some of those cooking while we look at our loot chests. So we want to do... I don't think I'm going to need anywhere near as many of those, but we'll just go ahead and... I forget how much it takes. 10. So we will go ahead and make 8 of those just to use up the diamond that we threw in there. Alright, and so we've got loot chests to open. Lots of loot chests this time. Flowers, yay. And another rainbow oak sapling. Auto heavy sieve. So I think all of this sieve stuff probably originated in the Skyblock junk. And I haven't really done Skyblock. I started one and played for like an hour on one once. I think it was like Skyblock 1 or Skyblock 2. But I didn't get into it at the time, so I don't know anything about sieves other than the fact that I've got a few pieces of it, and you can get enchantments for your sieves. So, hey, we did have some atomic alloy upstairs, and so it auto-completed that for us. We got that as a reward several episodes ago. Oh, did I just launch a loot chest? Maybe yes, maybe no. A revolver. That should be interesting. And I think I may have claimed a loot chest that may have flown off. Sometimes those go a bit wild if you don't have space for them. Hey, there it is. And more of those. We have some of those, but they do look like they might be sort of pretty. So we now have... and did I throw those across the room? Yes, I did. So we now have 8 of those, so we might use those for something. They look sort of nice. Alright, so... slap down the Osmium Compressor, and we're going to have to make more wires and connectors soon because we got so much machinery going on here, but that's alright. I dig it. Wire. Alrighty, it's this bad boy is powered up, and excellent. Recipes. Yes, this is what we're going to turn Glowstone and Obsidian. Basically, it only makes these 2 recipes, but they're important for Osgol glass, which makes me very happy, because I love having that on my tools. In fact, I'm even going to put it on my laser gun. So I have no idea what time we're at. I got all excited, but we made huge progress through Mekanism today. We did, what is that, like 12 unlocks, and are now primed for some serious action here with the Osmium Glowstone Obsidian Glass alloy here. And so yeah, we are in good shape. We could even make that one if we wanted to. So we're doing quite good here. And that's probably a good place to stop for this episode. We made a lot of stuff. We can now, we've got power. We can now charge things that need power. We've got some advanced Mekanism garbage going on here. Things are starting to look up. We're actually starting to get some serious capabilities going here. Maybe moving from the early game into more of a mid-game kind of stance. So in the near future, we want to get a laser gun. We want to get some decent armor. Hopefully maybe some flux infused, or I'll have to look around and see if there's something else we want to do. Get some enchantments on it so that our armor is finally something better than just the boring basic iron, which means that then I'll be able to maybe go tackle a dragon and feel comfortable with fighting things more, which means we can go get ourselves a blaze spawner and start a blaze spawn farm. So yeah, things are going good there. We can now start looking at, we really need to get industrial foregoing moving. And I got everything that I need to do there. We were waiting on the compressor, which we made I think we made that last episode, to make carbon plates and advanced alloy into advanced alloy, mixed metal ingots into advanced alloy plates. So now that we have a compressor for that stuff, we can make the move into industrial foregoing. And once we're industrial foregoing, we can get ourselves some latex and plastic going. So that's going to be something I want to do pretty quick. And we can also start working on our mob slaughter factory to get some pink slime, so we can make the animal baby separator and the mob slaughterer and the animal feeder, and we've already got a herd and a place all set up to do that. And the reason we need the pink slime is to open the gate into, I believe it's RF tools. So that once we get that going, we can get that going. And then we can get some thermal expansion going. So yeah, we're starting to leave the early game behind us and start moving into the mid game, where we're getting into some of the better or more advanced and more powerful mods here in the second tier. So yeah, we got lots to do in the next few episodes. Going to make a lot of progress in the next few episodes. Looking forward to it. So I'll stop babbling, but that's where we are now, and that's where we're going, and I'll talk to you next time.